What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, back at it again with another Naruto video. This time we are continuing the Explaining Every Clan series with the Hyuga Clan. Definitely one of my favorites. If you do enjoy seeing these Naruto videos and want to keep them coming, the best you could do is channel the Hokage within and smash that like button until it changes colors. If you haven't, make this the video you subscribe, and this is crucial. Hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications or you will miss future Naruto videos. And while you wait for the next video to come out, feel free to check out my huge and growing Naruto playlist that includes videos on all the Kage, Uzumaki clan members, Otsutsuki clan members, and much more. Link to that is in the description. As always, leave suggestions for video topics or clans you would like to see covered next. Now without further ado, let's jump into it, spoilers and all. The Hyuga clan is one of the four noble clans of the village, along with the Uchiha, Akimichi, and Aburame. They've been called the strongest clan in the village and are associated with the Byakugan, aka the all-seeing white eye, their Kekkei, and the gentle fist fighting style, both of which we'll get into in more detail later on in the video. The Hyuga clan are descendants from Hamura Otsutsuki, the fraternal twin brother of Hagoromo Otsutsuki. As we know, the clan is separated into the main house and the branch house, and while the main house runs the family, the branch house is supposed to protect the main house. The branch members would also be branded with a curse mark and become so-called caged birds. Using this curse mark, the main house can easily hurt the mind of a marked branch member or even kill them. The curse only disappears after death, after the secret of the Byakugan has been sealed away. The Byakugan is perceived as being so valuable that the head ninja of Kumogakure was sent to Konoha under the cover of a peace treaty in order to secretly kidnap a Hyuga clan member and obtain their Byakugan. This led to one of the weirdest moments in Naruto. Hiyashi Hyuga, Hinata's dad, stopped the kidnapping by killing the Kumo ninja. In turn, Kumogakure demanded the corpse of Hiyashi for breaking the peace treaty. I find this super weird because if someone is on your property and kidnapping your kid, what can you expect? But nevertheless, Konoha wanted to avoid war, so Hiyashi's twin Hizashi, the father of Neji, sacrificed his life for Konoha and for the Hyuga clan. And this plan actually worked. Because his Byakugan was sealed away as he died, Kumogakure didn't get their hands on the Byakugan. Now that we have the basic info about the clan out of the way, let's turn to the clan members. For number one, let's start things off with Neji Hyuga, a member of the branch family and a prodigy even compared to the standards of the skilled Hyuga clan. When I was first experiencing the Naruto manga during elementary school, Neji and the Byakugan were the coolest, at least until Neji hurt our precious Hinata, and that was definitely not cool. The English Weekly Shonen Jump magazine was covering the Chunin exams at the time, and as far as I was concerned, the Byakugan was even better than the Sharingan, just like Neji was better than Sasuke. So being able to cover Neji in a video like 15 years later is pretty crazy. And very cool. But anyways, let's turn to Neji's abilities. While watching Neji fight Hinata, the third Hokage thought that, and I quote, "Those who've called Neji the greatest genius in Hyuga history haven't overstated the case," end quote. The significance of such a statement cannot be overemphasized, since A, it's coming from the third Hokage, who knows what he's talking about, and B, the Hyuga clan is already one of, if not the strongest clans in the village, and C, Konoha's history is full of strong ninjas, so the fact that Neji is the greatest genius in Hyuga history is just insane. Because he's a member of the branch family, he was technically forbidden from learning the clan's advanced techniques, but due to such a genius, he learned how to perform them by simply observing others perform them. During the Chunin exams, Rock Lee referred to Neji as the strongest junior ninja, and said that the Hyuga fighting style was the strongest school of taijutsu in Konoha. But he wasn't just great at Hyuga stuff, he also finished at the top of his class in the academy, further cementing his status as an all-around genius. Even after he lost to Naruto, he continued to excel and ended up being the first of his generation to be promoted to Jonin. In terms of nature transformations, Neji has access to earth, fire, and water release. Obviously, Neji has the Byakugan, like a lot of other Hyuga we'll see on this list, and the Byakugan has a bunch of cool powers, including near 360-degree vision. There is one small blind spot, and Neji even figured out a way to overcome this to an extent by emitting chakra around the blind spot. Doing so allowed him to sense the attack earlier and and to slow the attack, which gave him much more time to respond. The Byakugan also allows Neji to see the chakra pathway system and the 361 pressure points, aka nodes of chakra, not even the Sharingan can see. Furthermore, Neji can accurately hit them in battle in order to halt the flow of an enemy's chakra or to enhance it, controlling it any way he wishes to. The Byakugan also allows Neji to see through objects, kind of like X-ray vision, and it's been shown in part 2 that he can see things from at least 800 meters away, even in a heavily wooded area. Let's narrow in on Neji's gentle fist fighting style as well for a moment, the Hyuga Clan's signature fighting style. It is through this fighting style that Neji can cut off the flow of chakra through an opponent's body by hitting their chakra nodes. What I really like about this fighting style is that it is gentle. It seems so subtle and fluid, and yet can do so much damage as we saw during Neji's fight with Hinata. Then there's the 8 Trigrams, 64 palms, the secret taijutsu that only the head of the clan and their heirs are supposed to know, and yet Neji ended up figuring it out through observation. The user envisions themselves inside the 8 Trigram symbol and can deliver many quick and accurate attacks to people or block incoming projectiles located within the 8 Trigram symbol. The 8 Trigram 64 palms, as the name suggests, allows the user to strike 64 of the opponent's chakra nodes, blocking off the flow of chakra and making it difficult for the target to even move. Fun fact, each set of strikes take the same amount of time, even though almost each subsequent one includes double the strikes compared to the former. So the user has to be increasingly fast with each subsequent set, and the last 32 are especially difficult to pull off. In the anime, Neji takes this jutsu even further with 8 Trigrams, 128 palms, where the 7th set now consists of a whopping 64 consecutive strikes. Then there is 8 Trigrams palms revolving heaven, aka palm rotation, which allows Neji to emit a large amount of chakra from points all over his body. He can use it the instant before an attack reaches him, and it halts the attack with a cocoon of chakra. Then he moves his body in a circle like a Beyblade, repelling and reflecting the attack. If for whatever reason Neji can't rotate, he can still expel chakra from every tenketsu or chakra node on his body, and he did so in order to escape Kisame's water prison technique. In Shippuden, we also saw 8 Trigrams vacuum palm, aka 8 Trigrams air palm. It's similar to the previous techniques, except in this case, the force being released is being concentrated in a particular direction. With a palm thrust, Neji uses what looks like a powerful air current to attack the opponent's vitals from a distance, and this move can even send someone as strong as Kisame flying back. When used in conjunction with other Hyugas like Hinata for instance, the force of this attack is increased accordingly. Rather than just being used as an offensive attack, this move can also be used defensively to stop incoming attacks or projectiles. I won't give all of Neji's stats, but I will give the latest one according to the data book. It is understandably his highest score, and he got a 4 out of 5 in ninjutsu, a 4.5 in taijutsu, a 2 in genjutsu, a 3 in intelligence, a 2.5 in strength, a 4.5 in speed, a 3.5 in stamina, and a 3 in hand seals, giving him a total score of 27. Notably, in the same data book, our main character Naruto only got 26, so it's definitely not a bad score. But that pretty much covers Neji for the purposes of this video. As we know, he goes on to protect Hinata and Naruto with his life, cementing him as a fan favorite character. And now we move on to the subsequent characters who shouldn't take as long to explain, since I had to explain the specifics of the Byakugan and Hyuga Clan techniques, but now that I have, we can move through the remaining Hyuga more quickly. For number 2, let's look at Neji's father, Hisashi Hyuga, a Jonin in Konoha. He was born seconds after his twin brother and future Hinata father, Hiyashi, and thus Hisashi ended up being a member of the branch house rather than the heir to the main house. Like his son, Hisashi was given a curse seal so that the main family could treat him like a slave. He eventually, kind of like Neji, sacrificed his life for the main branch, in this case for his brother Hiyashi, after Hiyashi killed the Kumogakure kidnapper. Again, I hate that the village thought it was necessary to give anyone over for the death of a kidnapper, but hey, Naruto characters need their tragic backstories. According to Neji, his father had practically equivalent strength to his brother Hiyashi, and in a flashback during chapter 105, he quickly brought Hiyashi down with one blow. It wasn't a real fight, and he simply wanted Hiyashi to let him decide his own fate, but still notable as the older twin remained on the ground for a while afterward. And Kabuto clearly thought he was strong because he was one of the fighters he reanimated in preparation for the 4th Shinobi War. He could obviously use the Byakugan, the Gentle Fist style, and he's even shown using a Trigrams palm rotation to repel attacks. According to the first data book, he got a 3 out of 5 in ninjutsu, a 4 in taijutsu, a 2 in genjutsu, a 3 in intelligence, a 4 in strength, a 4 in speed, a 4.5 in stamina, and a 5 in hand seals, making his total score 29.5. Notably, Hiyashi got a 29.5 in the first data book as well, further solidifying the fact that they were very close in terms of strength. For number 3, let's look at the other twin, Hiyashi Hyuga, the father of Hinata and Hanabi, and the grandfather of Boruto and Himawari. His story was covered in Neji's section and again Hisashi's section, so let's jump to his abilities here. In Boruto, he was said to have more knowledge and understanding of the Hyuga clan and their abilities than anyone else, which is not weird for a leader of the Hyuga clan, but still worth noting. As one of Konoha's top ninja, Hiyashi played his part during Orochimaru and Tsunagakure's attempt to destroy Konoha. During the 4th Shinobi War, he was present to help battle the Ten Tails, and even saw with his Byakugan how the Ten Tails managed to destroy a far-off village. As usual, he has the Byakugan abilities and mastery over the Gentle Fist style. As mentioned, he killed the head ninja of Kumogakure, who was trying to kidnap Hinata. He killed this extremely high-ranking shinobi with one blow without even getting hurt in the process. That's a giant flex if I ever saw one. He's been shown using the moves we've covered like palm rotation, air palm, and notably he uses air wall palm with both hands to push back one of the Ten Tails' tails by himself. As mentioned, in the first data book, Hiyashi tied with his twin with a 29.5, but in the second data book, where he was included but his late brother wasn't, he scored 30, having improved his taijutsu, which went from a 4.5 to a perfect 5. I love to see even older characters improving over the course of the series like this. Now on to Hyuga number 4, the father of Hiyashi and Hisashi. We don't have his specific name, but he's referred to as Hyuga Elder, and he was the former head of the Hyuga clan. When Kumo wanted Hiyashi's body, it was this elder who said, "That is why we have the cadet branch. Our only hope is to hand over Hisashi's corpse as your body double," end quote. When Hiyashi was hesitant, his father told him that, and I quote, "For the sake of the family, you must possess a heart of iron even toward your own brother," end quote. Not much is known about his specific abilities except that he has the Byakugan and the abilities associated with it. Of course, because he was the head of the family at one point, we can assume that he's especially strong even among the Hyuga and that he has great mastery over the Gentle Fist fighting style. For Hyuga number 5, let's cover Hanabi Hyuga, the daughter of Hiyashi Hyuga and the younger sister of Hinata Hyuga. During chapter 78, we actually get a flashback where Hinata is referred to as superfluous to the clan because she cannot even measure up to Hanabi, who is 5 years younger than her. So clearly, Hanabi was born very talented from the get-go. Before it was officially brought up, many felt that she should be the heiress of the clan rather than Hinata, because of just how talented she was, even from a young age. In the anime, Hanabi even straight up beats Hinata in a fight, but part of the reason was also that Hinata was hesitant to harm her little sister. Hiyashi helped her through intense training to master the Gentle Fist style. In Boruto, she was seen performing the advanced techniques of the clan like a Trigrams palm rotation and a Trigrams air palm. In the anime, Hiyashi noted that Hanabi's Byakugan is very powerful, almost as powerful as Genius Neji's. In the last Naruto movie, Hanabi also states that her Byakugan's perception abilities are as good as any grown Hyuga's. It is also telling that in the movie, Toneri Otsutsuki called her Byakugan especially pure and specifically targeted them for his own use. Hinata ends up being stronger than Hanabi, as we'll get into when we cover Hinata, but there is no doubt that Hanabi is among the most talented Hyuga, and for a while many thought she would far surpass Hinata in power. Hyuga number 6 is Hinata and Hanabi's mom, who only appears in the anime. She of course is the wife of Hiyashi Hyuga, the leader of the clan. Her defining attribute was kindness rather than strength, as Hinata wished in the anime to be strong like her father and kind like her mother. We don't see her fight, but we can assume she can use all of the usual Byakugan abilities. Hyuga number 7 is Hinata Hyuga, the Hyuga princess herself and best girl in the series. As we saw, Hinata used to be regarded as a failure by her clan. In her fight against Neji during the Chunin exams, Neji Neji told her that a weak personality like hers won't become strong. A failure is always a failure, and all that negative stuff. Hinata lost but fought bravely, showing she wasn't a weak person who would give up or run from a fight. In one of Naruto's most touching moments, she was even ready to die at Pain's hands for Naruto's sake. She definitely proved Kid Neji wrong, as the older version of him would readily admit. With her Byakugan, Hinata can do the usual Byakugan stuff, and for Hinata I'll get a bit more specific. Again, we talked about being able to see a person's pathway system and the 361 Tenketsu. With Gentle Fist style, like Neji, Hinata can hit those nodes and inject her own chakra into her opponent in order to halt the flow of that person's chakra or enhance it, controlling it any way she wishes. In this way, Hinata can cause severe damage to any internal organs located near the attacked chakra points. Even though she started off as a screw-up, by adulthood she was highly regarded for her mastery of the Gentle Fist fighting style. Ninjutsu is not Hinata's main focus, but she can use fire and lightning release. And now things get really interesting. Just like Naruto and Sasuke got some chakra from Hagoromo Otsutsuki, Hinata got some chakra from the Sage of Six Paths' younger brother, Hamura Otsutsuki, the ancestor of the Hyuga clan. As a result, she got a significant power up and her chakra changed from blue to purple. Hamura even recognized Hinata as the Byakugan princess, which is definitely a perfect name for the best girl. With this chakra upgrade, she can replenish Naruto's insane chakra reserves in moments, and she doesn't even look drained afterwards. She can also see 20 kilometers in any direction with her Byakugan. In contrast, we've only seen Neji, as I mentioned, use his Byakugan to see as far as 800 meters, so Hinata can potentially see 25 times further than the talented Neji, which is just insane to think about. At the end of the day, Hinata went from being a failure in the eyes of her clan to becoming the strongest Hyuga, significantly surpassing even Neji. She's more of a mom than a fighter these days in Boruto, but don't let that fool you. She is the perfect wife for Naruto, the strongest shinobi in history. Not only are they both strong, they both proved Kid Neji wrong by showing that even screw-ups can become the best. Hyuga number 8 is actually Himawari Uzumaki, the daughter of Naruto and Hinata and the little sister of Boruto. Although Boruto and Himawari do carry the Uzumaki clan name, they are considered to be members of both the Uzumaki and Hyuga clans. Himawari is 2 years younger than Boruto, making her 10 years old during the Boruto movie. Himawari has clearly got a lot of potential since she awakened the Byakugan at a very young age. When she did so, she scared Boruto, who claimed that she was super strong all of a sudden. It's a moment of comedic relief, but she ends up punching Naruto in the gut so hard that even Kurama feels it. At 10 years old, she learns to activate the Byakugan at will. Like other Byakugan users, when it's activated, Himawari has an almost 360-degree field of vision. She can see across great distances and even through solid surfaces, and she can perceive people's chakra pathways and potentially close off their chakra points. In addition to the Byakugan, Himawari can hit a bullseye with ease, proving that she's already skilled at Shuriken Jutsu, and her natural chakra control, unlike Kid Naruto's, is impressive enough that she can already temporarily stick to vertical surfaces by focusing chakra into her feet, while her peers fell immediately when they tried. She clearly has immense potential. That's not surprising looking at her parents. We just gotta hope she becomes a ninja rather than a flower shop owner or something else non-ninja related. I'd absolutely love to see her kicking butt alongside Boruto in the future. Hyuga number 9 is the one and only Borto Uzumaki. Boruto is a prodigy and clearly has good genes. His father is the strongest shinobi and a descendant of the famous Uzumaki clan and son of the 4th Hokage, while his mother is a member of the famous Hyuga clan, and we talked about how they both possess Otsutsuki chakra. In the anime, during the Genin exams, Kakashi suggested that Boruto was not only exceptional compared to his class members, he was also at a Chunin level. According to Kakashi, Boruto excels in all areas. Like his father, Boruto has large chakra reserves and good chakra control, being able to perform one-handed seals. He's said to have the potential for Senjutsu, meaning he could enter Sage mode down the line. Like Naruto, he likes using shadow clones that are Sengan with his own vanishing spin on it, and can even perform the much feared sexy jutsu. Rather than wanting to be like his Hokage father, Boruto chose Sasuke as his mentor, and so it makes sense that he can summon the giant snake Garaga rather than a toad. With some help from Sasuke, Boruto became quite skilled in Shuriken Jutsu, which if you still don't know by now, it's the art of throwing kunai, shuriken, and other projectiles. He can even coat his shuriken in lightning. Boruto's natural affinity is, you guessed it, lightning release, but he can also use wind release, Naruto's natural affinity, and water release as well. Then there is Boruto's own OP twist, his Karma. His Karma is a backup of Momoshiki Otsutsuki, and it allows Boruto to access the Otsutsuki's powers. Otsutsuki are godlike in the Naruto world, they are the strongest clan, so this potentially gives Boruto the possibility of surpassing Naruto, especially after Naruto lost Kurama recently in the manga. When activated, the Karma mark gives him a significant boost across the board and lets him absorb ninjutsu. With another Karma user, he can even create a dimensional portal. When pushed, the will of Momoshiki can take control of Boruto, kind of like how the Nine Tails would take control of Naruto in the past. In chapter 43 of the manga, this form lets Boruto fly, unleash massive Rasengans, and more. It allows him to straight up flex on the powerful Boro, and he is even to thank for Sasuke losing his Rinnegan more recently. Then there's Boruto's special eye, the Jogan, meaning pure eye in Japanese. Its power is associated with the strongest of clans, the Otsutsuki. It will probably continue to evolve and perform new abilities, but for now it can see the flow of chakra, track people based on their chakra, allow one to see a person's chakra pathway system, and like the Byakugan, identify its key points and predict where the original space-time ninjutsu used by the Otsutsuki will be used. Through Naruto and Hinata, Boruto in a way has connections to Hagoromo Otsutsuki chakra and Hamura Otsutsuki chakra, and of course he has potential access to Momoshiki Otsutsuki chakra, since as I mentioned, the Otsutsuki are godlike characters in Naruto. There is no doubt with all this Otsutsuki influence that he'll end up being one of the strongest fighters of all time. Hyuga number 10 is Tokuma Hyuga. In Naruto Shippuden, Muta Aburame said that Tokuma has the sharpest Byakugan of all the Hyuga. In the databook, it stated that he's an adept tracker and that he's trained his Byakugan for that specific purpose. I like how you can take the same power like the Byakugan and train it in specific ways like this. Obviously, he can also use the usual Byakugan powers like seeing nearly 360 degrees, X-ray vision, and so on. Tokuma proves to be a brave and selfless man when he offered to hold the resurrected Akatsuki back so the team could escape. However, he obviously wasn't strong enough for the Akatsuki, and Sasori used him as a puppet to fight his allies, until he was finally freed by Omoi of Kumogakure. Hyuga number 11 is Ko Hyuga. He is from the main house and he serves as a bodyguard for Hinata. He tells us during chapter 430 that if something were to happen to Hinata in Hiyashi and Lady Hanabi's absence, he would never be forgiven. And then he tells Hinata not to concern herself with him. In the anime for years, he served as Hinata's caretaker. Although we don't get to see him in action frequently, he must be one of the stronger Hyuga if he was given such an important job like protecting the Hyuga heiress. Hyuga number 12 is Iroha Hyuga, a jonin of the clan. In the data book, we're told that he's a serious type who's not good at dealing with abnormal situations. He was assigned to Kumo Barrier team, who were in charge of preventing Killer Bee and Naruto from leaving their barrier. Of course, the barrier didn't succeed in stopping them, but Iroha was the one to first spot and warn about an incoming Naruto and Killer Bee attack, thanks to his powerful Byakugan eyes. And now we move on to Hyuga number 13, Jorgeto Hyuga, another jonin. Not surprisingly for a Hyuga, during the 4th Shinobi War, we see him being put on sentry and watch duty. Jorgeto proves to be useful when they run into an injured Muta Aburame. He notices that it's not Aburame beetles in his bag, but a large white mass of chakra. This info helps them figure out that it's Deidara's detonating clay. That's pretty much his strength, and he later notices and warns that Deidara turned Shin into a bomb, and this allows them to avoid the deadly attack. Even if a Hyuga is not as skilled in combat as Neji, let's say, they can clearly be very useful in military operations, and their Byakugan abilities can mean the difference between life and death for their teammates. Number 14 is an anime only called Natsu Hyuga, a female ninja from the clan. She possesses the Byakugan and serves as a maid within the Hyuga clan. More specifically, she is Hanabi's caretaker. It would make sense if Natsu is considerably skilled since she is charged with caring for Hanabi, a very important member of the main branch, but we don't really see her powers in action. I gotta say though, I wish I also had a cute maid that could kick butt like Natsu Hyuga. And as bonus, I'll mention Mukai Kokinata, who is not classified as a Hyuga clan member, but is a Jonin who has Hyuga clan ancestors. As a result, he is able to awaken the Byakugan in his left eye. This character stood out to me in the Itachi light novels. The dude was so talented and strong that Danzo compared him to Itachi himself. Mukai was even confident that he could defeat Itachi and Shisui Uchiha, but he did not know about the Mangekyo Sharingan and ended up losing. Interestingly enough, he could apply the principles of the Gentle Fist style and focus it on an opponent's jutsu. This ability allowed him to cut a Great Fireball in two, leaving him unharmed. I personally thought that this detail was especially hype when I first read it. But yeah, that is it for all 14 members of the clan and what we know about their powers, plus a bonus. Obviously, there are more clan members in the village, but these are the ones we know enough about to actually discuss in a video, and even for some of these, we didn't get much information. If you did enjoy this video and want to keep the Naruto videos like this one coming, channel the Hokage within and smash that like button with no mercy, and let me know what video topic you would like to see covered next in the comments. If you haven't, make this the video you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications, or you will miss future Naruto videos. And while you wait for the next video to come out, feel free to check out my huge and growing Naruto playlist that includes videos on all the Kage, Uzumaki, Otsutsuki, and much more. Link to that is in the description. As always, leave suggestions for topics or clans you would love to see covered in the comments. And I especially want to thank the Patron Squad over on Patreon and here on YouTube who help make videos like this one possible. First and foremost, I want to thank the Patron of Legend, the one acknowledged by Lord Huigo himself, Alpha Sigma, and our 1-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans: Ingrata, Pate, Hefa, Aljatal, Hinokami and Water, the Toasted Chi, the Spike, Corey McGowan, Dylan Isadore, Spidey Life Tanel, Tungsten Tarkus, Baked Buddhist, Cody Hebert, Monkey D. Quilly, and Jeremy Cummings, and our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, the Red Haired Raven, Angel Cruz, Rithuan Deora, Very Gucci, Alicia Actor, Bonnie Parks, Joanne Garcia, Ted No Ted, and Fatboy Games. Thank you all so much. If you do enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord where we talk about anime life and of course dank memes. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also join the YouTube channel by clicking that blue join button next to the subscribe button that I hope you already smashed. So yeah, you can support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.